gentlemen, boys and girls, friends the world over, thank you for joining us today and welcome to episode number 111 of the absolutely amazing series known as Butcher Shop Television. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, I hope. June 18th, 2025, yes. And we are broadcasting live from smack dab in the middle of a very quiet Jacob's Meat Market. It was packed. It was packed.
Yes.
10 minutes ago.
Right.
I couldn't get your attention.
We should have a live stream.
My name is Eric, and with me, of course, the star of the show, the man himself, the mayor of Meatville, Mr. Luke Jacobs.
Eric, how are you?
Fantastic. And you?
Oh, excellent.
The mayor of Meatville.
That's right.
There's two mayors in the shop
Two
right
mayors
now.
in the house,
yeah. Pretty amazing.
That's
it doesn't
right.
happen very often.
No. I thought there was only room for one.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Okay.
You were talking about duking it out with tomahawk steaks.
Right,
so,
we were.
Actually, the mayor brought that up. I think he's anxious.
Yeah, right. I think he wants to have the first lick.
In this episode, we're going to cover our location. I think then we'll just pop the mayor in so he can be done with us.
Right.
The news, events, and weather, the Meat Market Mailer, weekly special upcoming days, the winner of last week's contest. I don't know. Would you like to do another contest?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, we'll do another contest. I have a different thing. I still have the lucky number, the favorite number.
Favorite number,
but
yeah.
I'm going to say what it is. Today's favorite number is 162, 162. You have to tell me what that means. And usually
days until first Packer game.
No.
Regular season. No? I'm not sure.
Till Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Thanksgiving.
That was
162 days.
Trying to do some quick math.
I was going to do, Christmas. I like Christmas.
Right.
But I thought, I like Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
I like Thanksgiving a lot more now that I live in Appleton because I get a ham, a bone-in ham.
Right, of course.
From here.
Of course.
Luke, for anyone who may not know, could you please tell me where I am?
If you don't know by now, you are at Jacob's Meat Market on the corner of Law and Pacific in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Law and Pacific.
Yes, Law with an E.
North Law.
Right.
And Pacific.
Yes, East Pacific, yes.
For months, at least two, we've been telling everybody about Law Street and the coming closure.
Yes.
And apparently we are just fearmongers.
Correct.
Spreading rumors.
It's worked.
And I went back in time in my mind to say, why did I think that Law was going to close completely when school closed?
Right.
And I said, well, I got that direct from Luke.
On BSTV.
When I was in Paris, it was, we need signs that we haven't used yet.
Right, we still have them at least, and I know where they are.
So where did you get this? Because what happened was we thought school was going to close and all of Law was going to be closed down.
Right.
And we had maps, video maps,
showing
everyone how to get here. And now instead of that, they've opened it up completely.
Correct. That was, I think that was just to show us up.
I think someone's got it in for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha.
So where
you really believed me?
I usually believe you.
Right. I usually believe my sources,
okay.
So I reach out to somebody at the city.
At the city.
Yep. I reach out to my my local older person, and then they put me in contact with the person that's in charge of the whole project.
Of closing.
Yeah, and then they told me that the information that I was spewing out here on BSTV for multiple months, that Law Street was going to close completely.
Okay, so
from college to Wisconsin.
We were correct.
Correct.
But something has changed.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
fine.
go
Things
with
do
that.
change. It's like saying it's going to rain next Saturday, and it doesn't.
Right, correct.
So, Law Street is currently open. I didn't check this morning.
It is, yes.
From college.
I don't even know if there's any barrels on Law Street anymore.
I don't know.
We'll find out. Hopefully, we have somebody working.
Maybe the mayor knows.
We have somebody working on finding out.
Correct.
That yes.
Piece of information.
We've tasked somebody.
I think we should get the mayor on right now.
We should. He's
but
probably
before
got a really
we do,
busy
any
schedule.
comments? You want any comments? Anybody?
Well, Kim says that audio and video are good.
Fantastic.
As good as they can be.
Kim, our research assistant here,
yes,
ran into Kim yesterday.
You did? You ran into him? Is he okay?
Right into him here in your store.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might have run into me. I'm not sure. But he did tell me that he almost got a ticket, or maybe he did get a speeding ticket.
Right.
Coming to the store.
Yeah.
Because he was following the routes we've been showing, the red lines.
Yeah.
But he was trying to do it at that speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll take responsibility for
okay.
it. I will.
Yeah, that reminds me. Here's his ticket that he brought in.
Thank you very much. I'm going to hit if I can find it, I'm going to hit the Be Right Back.
Yes.
And we'll get the mayor on. See, I told you I couldn't find it.
Right.
Right.
We have audio, now we have video. Video confirmation. All right, we're back.
We're on.
Thank you
Hey.
very much, Mr. Mayor, for being on.
My pleasure.
I
Good to
really,
be
really
back.
appreciate it.
Yeah, good to
so
be
this
back.
is our third annual?
Here we are.
Third annual, all right.
It's a
Are
tradition.
you not nervous now coming on here now?
Yeah, the nerves have subsided, you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, feeling
Awesome.
pretty relaxed now.
Good,
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
So what's new with the city of Appleton?
a whole lot.
A whole lot,
A lot
okay.
going on. A lot going on in the city of Appleton. Big projects. Of course, we're in full swing now with summer event season, so
Right.
lots happening in the community.
Yeah.
Farmers market's back on. We just had the Flag Day parade last weekend.
Yeah.
Good turnout for that.
Do you like being in the parades?
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
walk? Do you walk in every single
I
parade?
walk-
I'm not at every single parade or anything like that, but I see. I think every one I've been at, you've been at.
Yeah, yeah. So Memorial Day and Flag Day, I walk those
Okay.
parades, and then the Christmas parade, I usually hop in with a city department, and ride with them.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's become a bit of our tradition. But yeah, I love seeing people out at the parades,
Yeah.
and especially the little ones. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Especially seeing little ones. It's their first parade.
Yeah,
They're little
that's
babies
awesome.
yet.
That's awesome, and they're
uh,
like, "Oh my gosh, there's the mayor! There's the
They're
mayor!"
like, who's
yeah.
that?
Right.
Also a bald guy. You know,
Yeah, who's
like,
who's the
I've
that short bald guy?
I feel represented
That's the
as a baby.
Awesome. All right, so those are some new things. I mean, summer is a totally different time of the year than the winter. You know, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
You mentioned the farmers market. I like the Thursday night concert series
Yeah,
down at Jones
Jones
Park.
Park.
That is a great venue. I think Appleton has become, I don't know if they were always, but they've become very musically, like live music oriented.
Yes.
And it's not just in the bars. It's not just in, different venues or whatever. It's outdoors, and there's music. There seems like almost every single night.
Tons
So
of it, and all
it's
over
really,
the
really
city.
cool. Yeah.
All over the city, and yeah, I mean, Mile Music, I think, really helped push us in this direction.
Yeah.
And that organization has really encouraged people to think about live music and
For sure.
incorporate it into their
Yeah.
businesses and into their events. And so we certainly see a lot of that around the city over the summer. And
Yeah.
it just makes it a lot of fun to be here.
That's awesome.
This is like the best time to be here. It's
Right,
awesome.
it for sure is, and I think I've seen a lot more tourists come into the area for different events, especially Milo Music and stuff like that. I don't know how the hotel scene is downtown or anything like that during the Milo Music or whatever, but there are people everywhere, and you look at different license plates, and they're all from all different. I don't know if they're just artists or if they're actually tourists that are coming in.
Yeah, we get a lot of people who come in from out of town for that event.
Yeah.
It's a really special music festival, and tourism is such an important part of our local economy here in Appleton
Right.
and in the greater Fox cities. And so as a city, we partner with the Convention and Visitors Bureau to do a lot of our marketing and promotion of
Sure.
not just Appleton, but the greater Fox cities.
Yeah.
And they do an awesome job. So one of the big things that happens in the summer is lots of sporting events happening.
Right.
So out at USA, at the Champion Center, of course, lots of events.
Yeah.
And baseball tournaments. So it's a really active place.
It's fun.
At this time of
bothering
year. It's
you?
super fun. Oh, hey.
Do I have to get you out of here?
Oh, hey.
How you doing? I saw
I'm
the-
good. We're live right now.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are
This
you
is
in charge of this Law Street?
Yeah, definitely,
You are?
definitely. Perfect. Everything's going perfect.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
This is Dean. He's our director of Parks, Recreation, and
Hey, nice to meet
Facilities.
you.
Yeah,
We were
nice
just
to meet
talking
you.
about all the baseball
Are you-
tournaments, and
We
are
no
really
kidding,
live.
we're-
Yeah, you want to
we're-
wave to
you're
the
famous.
wave to the audience?
So
We've got two people
We got
watching.
tens of people watching.
there we go. Yeah. Got a meeting at the fire department here
Oh,
in
hey.
a couple minutes. So.
Okay.
Tell him I said hey.
Well, have fun.
Say hi.
Take
Yeah.
care, Dean.
Is that your Mercedes out there? Is that how he knew it was
Mer-
yours?
Yeah, right.
With the City of Appleton
It's a
logo on
Chevy.
it?
It's a
It's a
Chevy.
Chevy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Chevy, yeah.
It's really cool that it's such a small town.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a big town, but it's a small town that somebody sees your car and they come in here and
Oh, yeah.
razz you a little bit. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
not like, oh my gosh, the mayor's there. I got to be on my best behavior. Or
No,
anything like that.
no.
And like, I feel like that's such a great part of who you are.
Yeah.
Is like you're approachable and you're, you can ask me any question and I'm not gonna. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out or whatever. And like, I'm an actual real person.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things I really love about this job.
Yeah.
is, I just get to be myself.
Sure.
And it's when people come up to me out in the community, out to dinner or whatever. I always appreciate that because it says to me people feel like they can.
Right. Yeah.
And I've got lots of mayor colleagues around the state and talk to them all the time. And I find myself a lot of times kind of biting my tongue when they're talking about their experiences in their
Yeah,
communities
for sure.
because it's so different
Yeah.
for them. It's a little embarrassing actually because it's so positive.
For them.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
for
it's
sure.
just a little bit like I kind of bite my tongue because it's like they're telling war stories, and I'm like, yeah, I had someone come up to me at dinner and thank me for the work I do at the city and that
Yeah.
they love living here, and it's
Right.
like, okay, well that's a little different, but
Yeah.
The other thing though about this is that's what Jacobs is to me. Like
Sure.
the environment in this shop, it is the kind of place where people see each other, you see neighbors, you see friends, and you're familiar with the people who work here, and there's good camaraderie and energy in this place.
For sure.
And that's so important in this day and age. When you think about the experience of going to a store, and there's nothing against this, but when you go to the store and you pick out your groceries, maybe you got your headphones in,
Yeah.
and you pick out your groceries, and then you go through the self-checkout line,
Yeah.
so you do the work for them.
You don't even have to talk to
You
a
don't have
person.
to talk to a single person.
Yeah.
You get in your car and you go into your garage and you close the door before you get out of your car.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily how we build community, right?
Right.
We build community by coming to places like this where we interact with each other. We know where our food is coming from, and I just think that's such a valuable aspect of what Jacobs does in the community. And
Right.
that's why I've been coming here since I was a little one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And still do because it's a special place. So
Yeah,
you got a
yeah.
good thing going here.
Thank you. We're just in our infancy a little bit. We're going to be only celebrating 80
Okay.
in October.
So you're getting there.
we're just kind of getting into our groove.
Working out the bugs.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Still. So you, how long have you been mayor?
5 years. It was 5 years in April.
Okay, and you're up for election every how many years?
4 years.
Every 4 years.
You're
Okay.
stuck with me till 2028.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to win a couple more elections before you get the penthouse suite.
Yeah,
'Cause that was I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned that to you.
Yeah.
Outside of here, but
About the redevelopment of
Right.
the Jacobs site.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, and this spring, I was going to ask you how the conversion to vegan is going for Jacobs.
we sold out so fast we had to put meat back in there
Oh,
because we
okay.
couldn't get the vegetables back in
The
yet.
tofu was flying off the shelves.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
We just could not keep polenta in stock.
Yeah,
supply
whatever that
chains.
is. Yes, yes.
Oh, man, that's
So
awesome.
I have some questions that were generated.
Okay.
That I'd like to just ask you a couple of them.
Yeah.
So what's something about Appleton that visitors always seem surprised to learn?
One of them is how clean it is. I hear that a lot from people when they come in from out of town, especially if they're coming from bigger cities.
Sure.
They're always blown away by how clean it is.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've living here my whole life. I just kind of took for granted.
Right.
But we do maintain a clean community, and it's not just the city of Appleton. All of our residents are partners in maintaining a clean community, but
sure.
Appleton Downtown Incorporated also invests pretty heavily in keeping the downtown clean.
Right.
And so that just makes such a positive impression on people when they come. Visitors are also, I hear comments about how welcoming people are in our community.
Yeah.
They feel really at home when they come visit us.
For sure.
And again, we kind of take it for granted because it's just how we are.
Right. That's
but
what we grew up with, right?
That's what we grew up with.
Yeah.
But that is something that's special. That's special about our culture in Appleton and the Fox Cities. And
For sure.
So when I hear that from visitors, it's a good reminder that this is a good place. This is a really nice place to live.
Yeah.
I think they're also surprised by how much there is to do and how much variety there is in what we offer.
Right.
A lot of times communities struggle a little bit with describing what's your thing. And I get asked that when I go and visit other places.
Sure.
What's your thing in Appleton?
makes people want to come?
What is Appleton
Yeah.
known for?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Besides
a lot
Jacobs, of course.
Besides Jacobs
Yes.
Market.
Yes.
What are we known for? Well, we're known for a lot of things, and there's a lot that's special about living here. I think the biggest thing is that we lead a high quality of life in Appleton,
Right.
and we as a community, all of us in it, work really hard to maintain that quality of life.
For sure.
It's intentional. It takes real work to have a community like we do.
And it's everybody. It's not just one or two people.
Everybody's got to be part of it. I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone.
Right.
And that's just, I think, a real point of pride for us. So I talk about that, and then they kind of move on. But
I want some juicy stuff.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
It's like
right.
no, we're known as a really great place to live.
Yeah.
Live a good, meaningful life, and if you have a family, it's a great place to raise a family.
For sure.
But yeah, just it's a special place in a lot of ways. So visitors are struck by that when I talk to them. Yeah.
And we get visitors in here all the time, whether they grew up here and are coming back for a wedding or a funeral or whatever, or class reunion or something. I'll say, how's it going today? And then they'll say, yeah, I'll take 8 wieners. And I'm like, I asked how you're doing today, because I genuinely care, and I'm waiting for an answer of how are you doing today. A lot of people just say it as a formality, and a lot of people around here are caring enough to. I want to take 10 seconds and listen to if your mom is ill, or I don't know how many hugs I've given to somebody that just pours out their whole life story about, or they're just going through this or going through that or whatever.
Yeah, and we need that. We need that in our community, and I think the thing is that it's also making sure that we're taking the time to ask the question, and we're taking the time to listen.
Listen, yeah.
And that's something that always takes work, that takes focus, because it's easy to slip into that routine.
Right.
I mean, sometimes too, I think we get too fixated on efficiency, and we lose some of that human element of what we do.
Yeah.
There's more efficient ways to deliver goods and services.
Right.
But efficiency is not always the end all be all, and we got to talk about the quality, and we got to talk about the experience, the connection that we make, and so we got to be mindful about that. And
right.
I'm grateful we have so many people in the community who are.
Yeah.
It is a place where people ask.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have you talked about kind of a little network of fellow mayors or whatever. There's not like a Facebook group that you can, whatever. Do you ever reach out to say, like, obviously you're not going to reach out to somebody from Milwaukee, like the mayor of Milwaukee or Madison or anything like that?
I do actually. Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I had lunch with I had lunch with Mayor Johnson last summer down in Milwaukee. Yeah.
Okay.
So I actually do. I reach out to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was assuming, I guess, that you would reach out to somebody like similar size and similar like background or whatever. But that's surprising that you reach out to somebody from a big city like.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just the same, smaller cities, like cities. Friends with the now former mayor of La Crosse. And the council president in Eau Claire. They don't have a mayor in Eau Claire. They have a council president who's the chief elected official. But and smaller communities too. I get together and have lunch with colleagues around the Fox cities too.
Do they look up to you? Like, I mean,
We honestly, the way I come at it is we all have things to learn from each other and things to offer. And so there's a lot of wisdom out there that we can access if we take that time to ask and reach out. When I first got elected and started doing this, reaching out for coffees and lunches, my assistant was met with some suspicion when she'd reach out, because it was like, well, what's he want?
Yeah.
What's the agenda?
What's the
ask?
What's
he
here?
working?
Yeah.
And she had to explain, well, he's got to eat lunch anyway, and he figured he might want to eat lunch with you.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot. It
seems very political to ask the question of what does he want?
Yeah, because but that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in, where politics has been reduced to that, where it's all, what's your agenda, what's your angle, what are you trying to get done, what are you trying to pull on me?
Yeah.
And that's just unfortunately become kind of the environment that we operate in.
Right.
And so to work against that and just say, I have no agenda other than you do a job that's like my job.
Yeah.
And we've got things to learn from each other. I want to learn from you about how you do it, the kinds of issues you're dealing with.
And you went through this, and how can I learn from that, and how can I apply it to my city? And
exactly.
My job,
And that's big. I've learned things from the mayor of Milwaukee, Mayor of Green Bay, just the same as I've learned things from the Kimberly Village Board President, or the town administrator in Grand Chute.
Yeah.
And so there's so much value in having those relationships, because the other thing is, when something's going sideways or you have a problem in your community, and this is true too in your business or wherever we're talking about, The time to reach out and make a connection is not when things are going wrong.
Right.
Because that's the time when you got to pick up the phone, make a call, and you don't have time for the pleasantries. You got to
Right.
get down to business.
Yeah.
If you're cool,
That's the what's your agenda?
what's your agenda?
Yeah.
My agenda is to have a relationship.
Yeah.
Because when I need help or you need help, we don't have time to deal with the pleasantries or
Right.
what's your name or
I've never met you before.
Exactly.
But can you help me with this problem?
It's like, if your coolers, let's say your coolers are out, what are you going to do about your inventory?
Right.
Well, if you haven't made connections and maintained relationships with
Right.
people who might have the capacity to help you out,
Yeah.
you're going to lose all your stock.
Right.
And so you know this, and I know this in our work too, which is if we've got a need that needs to be met for our community, we've got an emergency, I need to be able to pick up the phone and call a neighbor and,
Right.
and get some help.
And know that they're going to pick up the phone and
yes.
answer it because they know you obviously in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just the same, if they need help, they know that we're at the ready to help them out if we can.
Right.
Because that's what we do for each other. So
Right,
that happens
for
at
sure.
the city level. That happens at the community scale level, local government.
Yeah.
Just the same as it does in neighborhoods. Because when you know your neighbors, it's the same kind of thing.
For sure. Yeah.
Neighbors will look out for each other, cook a meal for somebody if they're going through something. Or,
Yeah.
hey, if
Right.
I got an extra plug on my generator and the power's out,
Yeah.
I'll run a line over.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
kind of community we live in. But
Right.
yeah, again, that takes work.
Right. It does.
Yeah.
Background work. Not just.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to your 6-year-old self? This is a different question than what you read before.
Yeah.
You were prefaced with. What advice would you give to your 6-year-old self or 10-year-old self that you now knowing what you know now about your position and your
Everything that's happening is for a reason. Everything that's happening is for a reason. Be patient.
yeah
The path will become clear. That's what I tell myself.
Sure.
And I'm a big believer in the fact that if I'm grateful for the life that I have and the opportunities that I get, I have to be grateful for everything that's led to that.
Right.
So every
Yeah.
single experience, positive and negative, has added up to me standing here talking to you right now,
Right.
which I'm grateful for.
yeah
So if I am, well, then I got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
But that's what I would tell myself at that age.
Yeah, I mean, just as a person, it's like, oh, what's the plan here? How come I'm going through this right now?
Yeah.
And sometimes you get to go through the crap to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, we grow.
Yeah.
Ideally, we grow from the things that challenge us. And, but we can't do that alone either.
Right.
And so that's where we lean on friends and family, our local butcher.
Yeah, right.
That's no joke. That's what it takes. So
Yeah.
I've had a lot of help and support over the years, and I'm just grateful I get to do what I do.
For sure.
And I say it intentionally. I
Yeah.
get to do this job.
For sure.
I don't
Yeah.
have to do this job.
Right.
It's not an obligation. It's something I get to do. It's
Yeah.
a privilege.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take it that way.
I appreciate that. Do you like pineapples?
Pineapples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like pineapples on pizza?
I dabble, but
dabble?
it's not a
Okay.
regular topping.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no. I do like pineapples. I know you had a question about Law Street.
Yes.
So
yes.
I got a message into the public
Here's the
works.
source.
Well,
Here's the source
what
here,
you're
and I was gonna find out.
What
Hey,
you're
AJ.
going to get is, I reached out to the public works director and the deputy. They're in meetings right now.
Okay.
So
You didn't
what
pull
I'm-
them out of meetings?
what I'm gonna
Didn't
do-
you tell them who you were?
Well, you told me about 2 minutes before we got started that you needed
Yeah,
to know.
and that was
So-
like 15 minutes ago.
Well, I haven't been looking at my phone. So I'll tell you
I
what.
got you on here
What I'm
to
gonna
get
do,
results here.
Listen, what I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'll get you a rundown.
Okay.
And what I could do is actually I could put together a quick video. I'll give you a video briefing, and I'll send that over. You can put it out on the channel.
Okay.
Let people know what's going on.
Okay.
That'll be helpful.
Okay, sure.
I'll have them work up some information, and
Okay.
I'll do a quick video for you guys.
Okay,
So
all right.
you can give an update to the
Sure, to the people.
the Jacob's verse.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we'll get that put together.
Do we have any questions? Thank you very much for that.
Oh, of course.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Kim had one.
Kim had one?
I don't understand it, but perhaps one of you will.
Okay.
Any chance that the old one-day sidewalk sale would come back to downtown like the ones in the 60s and 70s?
Ooh.
So I don't know what the sidewalk sale was.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that wasn't a city of Appleton thing. I'm assuming that was like a
Like local
downtown
businesses.
businesses
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
A little before my time. I was born in 1990, so a
Little bit
little
before
before my time. But Appleton Downtown Incorporated is our downtown business improvement district board,
Yeah.
and so they're responsible for a lot of the programming that happens downtown.
Sure.
Whether it's the Death by Chocolate or the mini
Yeah.
golf or
Yeah. Jennifer's been on here before.
Yeah, so
I'm
yeah,
sure
the
you
audience is
watched that
familiar
episode.
with Jennifer. So of course,
Yes,
I
yeah.
wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss
Right,
it.
right.
Audio only, I'm
Right.
driving a lot.
Yes, of course.
But anyhow, Appleton Downtown works with the local businesses to put together promotions like that.
Sure.
So, my suggestion to Kim would be maybe reach out to ADI and find out a little bit more about what kinds of sales and other opportunities they put together. And
Yeah.
maybe make the suggestion because,
Sometimes it
fond
takes a
memories.
suggestion.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that'd be my advice. Yeah.
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 Okay. Was there anything else that we need to?
Well, we were going to talk some meat.
Oh, meat. Oh, we were. Okay.
We were going to talk meat
Okay.
because I just said I got to put a plug in for the smoked pork chop.
Okay.
I'm a big believer in the smoked pork chop.
Yes, of course.
Which you offer. It's a regular offering.
Yes.
Now the trick I learned, and I don't think he's here anymore, but one of your associates told me the trick to
Yeah.
the smoked pork chop.
For sure.
So
I've told it many times.
real hot cast iron.
Yep.
And you sear that first side, and then when you flip it, a little bit of brown sugar over the top. Throw
Yeah.
a lid on it. Sugar melts.
Yep.
Ooh,
It's
so
done.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice that they're fully cooked, so all you do is just heat them through. You don't have to worry about undercooking them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you can't beat
yeah,
it.
that's a great way to. That's the only way to do smoked pork
And
chops.
it's a good dinner on the go. You
Yeah,
just
for
grab,
sure.
Grab
for
a
sure.
smoked pork chop.
We were
and-
gonna have you. We were gonna have you just gnawing on one as you were.
I was.
we're
I
back
looked-
on.
I
Oh,
was tempted.
okay.
Oh yeah, I was tempted. I was tempted. I see a whole stack of them. I
Yes.
think I'm going to pick one up because
Yes.
I've got
Okay.
I got a council meeting tonight.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It might be a good quick dinner. A little
Perfect.
smoked pork chop tonight.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other stuff that we should know about the city?
I'll just say there's a lot of good stuff going on. It's also a complicated time right now in our country,
Right.
and it's no secret that things are pretty contentious. And the thing I've been reminding our own organization, our employees about, but also just our community is we have a choice to make about how we react and respond to the things that are happening around us. And a lot of times we're tempted to make the choice to give in to the kind of nastiness and bitterness that we see around us. But it's important to remember we have a choice. And so I hope that people will continue, as this community has, to choose to be kind, to choose
Yeah.
to be welcoming to each other, to see the human beings in one another. Those are really important choices, and nobody gets to make those choices for us but us.
Us, yeah.
So that's my encouragement, just because there's a lot going on.
It's
And
easy to give into the negativity,
It
and
is.
people could be negative all day, every single day, and
Yeah.
there are some people that are like that.
Yeah.
But if you wake up in the morning and you say, "What kind of day is this going to be?"
Yeah.
And it's going to be a positive day.
Yeah.
You have that mindset. You're not out to get anybody. You
No.
don't think that anybody's out to get you.
Right.
It's a way different mindset to put yourself in than the easily,
Oh.
much more easily. I mean, you turn on the TV and you see how other people choose to be and
Absolutely.
to react and stuff like that, and you're like, this is not me. This is not Appleton, Wisconsin.
It is
like
not.
like you talked about before, the people welcoming and
Yeah.
and just take the time to talk to somebody. So it's just
Absolutely.
really, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a kind. We can choose to be kind.
Yeah.
And I see it every day in this community that
Yeah.
people do.
For sure.
And I try to do that too. Not easy every day.
Right.
But the other thing I think what you're saying about you turn on the TV or you're on social media, it's important to remember too that there are people who make money on negativity. They're selling negativity.
Right.
They want us to
Easily.
be. They want easy. They
Yes.
want us. They want us to be angry with each other. They
Yeah.
want us to be bitter and divisive, and that's just not the truth on the ground.
Right.
And so that's also where the value of all these community events and local businesses, they provide us the opportunity to get out of the internet space and into
Right.
real space with real people and be reminded of what's really going on, how we really feel, which is we want to live in welcoming, safe communities where people can live good lives and contribute.
Yep.
And we get to choose that. So
Correct.
I just encourage everybody to keep choosing to be kind. Make that affirmative choice.
Right.
Don't get dragged into all the all the noise.
Other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much
Hey,
for coming on.
absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll see you in less than a year, but you'll see the podcast people in about a year.
Yeah, and I will. I'll put together some information, get that over to
Okay.
you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I
absolutely.
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
All right,
you.
we will be right back.
All right.
And we're back.
And we're back.
20 viewers right now.
We're unmuted.
20 viewers right now.
This is
Wow,
third
watching
time the
live.
mayor's been here, and
Yes.
he's finally doing a good job.
Finally, yeah. At being mayor or on the podcast?
On the podcast.
Oh, okay, because he's right over
good.
there.
He was
he'll
good
still
from the
hear you.
get-go. Remember,
Okay,
he told us how to use the microphones.
Yes,
Oh,
right.
just clip on. Well, that was fantastic. I'm
Yes.
going to have to rewatch it.
You are.
I'm
well, you
gonna
were
have
standing
to.
right here.
I know, but
There's
I was
a lot
kind of
information.
looking for comments, and I was distracted. But there was a lot of very good information.
For sure, yeah.
And it
And
seemed
more
like
yet to
a lot
come.
of sound bites that I agree with.
Yes.
I liked everything I was hearing.
Right.
So
Small town USA. here.
small town USA.
Yes. So it's somebody's birthday?
Well, we could pick up where we left off.
Okay,
Which
okay.
is me just turning the page,
162.
and I'll say news.
Yes.
We do have some birthdays. This Sunday is Jackie's birthday.
Jackie, happy birthday,
Jackie. And this coming Tuesday is Kevin's birthday.
Yeah, not our
Not
Kevin.
our Kevin.
Florida
Not-
Kevin.
not this Kevin,
Not
Florida
you.
Kevin.
Yes, right. Take
care, guys.
Yeah, you too. Thank
See
you.
you. Events. I do have an event. It's Make Music Day in Appleton.
Oh, speaking of which,
This Saturday, June 21st. Yes, I'm newish in Appleton, and to me, it's like it's always been about music.
Right.
'Cause
How
one
long
of
you
the-
been here? How many years?
8, 9.
okay.
So there's always been Mile of Music,
Right.
which is huge.
Yes.
And now it's like every weekend there's something to do with music.
Yeah.
And this Saturday, for instance, is Make Music Day Appleton. Make Music Day Appleton is an annual event celebrated worldwide. It's 1,000 cities and over 120 countries, all on the 21st of June.
Wow.
The day is set aside to celebrate music in all its diverse forms and encourages people to come together and play free public concerts. You can participate. This is
good.
by the people, for the people.
Right.
Starts at 11 o'clock at Houdini Plaza. It takes place at Hyde Music, Houdini Plaza, the PAC. But at 11 o'clock, there will be a mayor's proclamation. I don't know if the mayor's going to make the proclamation.
Okay.
Maybe he just sends the town crier to make his proclamation. But
Town crier. Okay.
that could be you. Could be you. So that's this Saturday. If you have,
Okay.
even if you have something else to do, this is pretty good.
Okay. Yes.
Shall we look at the weather?
Well, we should have looked at it a little while ago. We'll look at it again.
Well, maybe
It's
a little
cloudy.
rain. It's going to be a heat wave this weekend.
Yeah?
If you haven't noticed,
I heard.
the low 90s,
Yes.
which is kind of hot.
Yeah.
Kind of hot. So
It is.
stay cool.
What was it yesterday?
85-ish.
85, yeah.
Felt kind of nice though.
Did it? Okay.
If you were outside.
If
There
you were
was-
inside,
there
it
was
felt
a
even
little-
better.
Yeah, a little air conditioning helps a lot. Anything in the comments? We have comments? Okay.
We do have comments. There
Let's
was
see.
somebody said something about a birthday. Happy hump day, Jason said.
Happy hump day.
Yes. Good morning here. Gorillagram. Hey, Mayor Jake. Party on.
Party on.
Melissa said hello. Pam says doing a great job, Jake. Oh, we should have
Oh.
told him that before he left.
He probably knows.
He probably knows.
We
yeah.
told him.
Right. Kim says excellent mayor interview between the two mayors. Yeah.
So I didn't realize our mayor was born late last century.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he
So,
maybe
yeah,
shouldn't have mentioned that.
He would have no idea about the 60s and 70s.
Right.
And
Did you think he would have?
No, but
Oh, okay.
not unless it was a huge
Right.
annual sidewalk sale where they sold off city property. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea.
Sold off city property.
Or confiscated,
Okay.
bootleg. I don't know what it was. It could
Yeah.
be anything.
Yeah.
I'm moving along to ask you if you've heard anything about this meat market mailer.
I have.
Uh,
Not only have I heard about it,
Oh.
I've told about it at least 3 times this past week.
Really?
And I used to just say, just go to our website, jacobsmeatmarket.com,
Oh, but
and on the
now
right-hand
you have
side.
a different shtick now?
Well, I used to just say that, but now I coined it as the meat market mailer to these customers.
The meat market mailer?
Yeah, I say just simply go to our website, jacobsmeatmarket.com. It looks kind
is
of
that
like
what it
this
looks
here.
like?
Yeah, and I said on the right-hand side, and I didn't have this graphic to show them at the time or whatever, but I said here it is right here just enter your email address, and then just click subscribe, and then you'll get two emails a week. One on Sunday, which is the weekly lunch menu, as well as on Wednesday the weekly specials, which run Wednesday through Saturday.
The weekly specials on Wednesday, plus a link to this very program.
Correct.
And the Sunday would be
I
the
don't usually
lunch
tell them
menu.
that part.
Yeah. Don't tell them that.
Yeah.
The Sunday one, you get the lunch menu for the week, but you
Yeah.
also get the preview of the Monday, Tuesday specials,
Right, yes.
which are not available anywhere else
Right.
until Monday.
Right.
Yeah, because they go on the website Monday.
Yes.
But if you're a Meat Market Mailer subscriber, you get that information
Member.
early.
I think it's member.
Member.
Meat Market
And-
Mailer member.
Meat Market Member Mailer.
Yeah,
Meat
right.
Market Mailer Member.
Yes.
So, what's the cost of that?
Free.
Free. Still
yeah.
free after
Yep.
all these years.
Still at the low cost, yes.
Speaking of specials, why don't we do them? But
Yes.
I hear you have a joke for me.
Yes, what do you call a medium rare dad joke?
A medium rare.
Yeah,
What?
well done.
Well done. Well done.
Yes.
No, I had not heard that before.
No, you hadn't?
No,
Okay.
I had not.
Okay.
I have one for you though.
Okay.
What's a wild cat's favorite game show?
Wild cats. I'm not sure. To catch a cheetah?
No.
Oh.
Is that a game show?
I don't know.
How about Leopardy?
Leopardy.
Leopardy.
Oh, yeah, that's
Get
a
it?
Jeopardy with a...
It's just like Jeopardy,
L,
but
yeah,
with an L.
yeah, right.
Which makes the word leopard, which is a wildcat. You see how it all works
oh,
the way
yeah,
that?
yeah. Thanks for explaining that joke
I'm
to me.
moving on to my first button here,
Yes.
which says pinwheels.
Yes, the weekly specials. So we have Jacob's Own beef pinwheels on sale, $14.99 a pound. We have 2 different flavors. We have bacon and cheddar, and then we'll have spinach and feta tomorrow because we apparently didn't have any feta.
I see the bacon and cheddar.
Yes,
So
yeah, Nate just made those this
spinach
morning.
and feta will be here tomorrow.
Yes.
And these are, how do you cook these? Just in a frying pan?
You could cook them in a frying pan or on the grill.
On the grill,
They work
okay.
really well on the grill. Yep. But I would, if I was to do them on the grill, I would wrap them in aluminum foil because they have cheese in them.
Right, that would
Otherwise,
melt
the cheese
through.
would just melt out. Yes, obviously.
Aluminum foil on the grill or just
Yes.
in a frying pan?
Yep.
I've
Yep.
never tried one, so I'm going to have to.
No, I haven't tried one either because we typically just have the spinach and feta ones.
You don't care for
once
that?
in a while we have. No, I don't really care for spinach or feta.
Really?
Yes.
Or seafood.
Believe it or not, yes, yes. Everybody's making a list at home, I'm sure.
Yeah, we all keep track of all
Yes,
of
yes.
your druthers.
Right, right.
Okay. I'm going to have to try
They're about a half pound a piece.
Half pound a
Just
piece.
like the London broil. So it's a flank steak run through a tenderizer, and then the toppings or the stuffing or whatever put in there, and then rolled up
And then
like
he
a
rolled it.
cinnamon
I've
roll.
seen him
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
It's
You
cool,
weren't sure what he was
actually.
doing.
It's
Yeah,
just cool
right.
to watch.
We should maybe make a video.
We should make a video.
Yes.
Because he'll be doing that tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
I'm moving on now to something
Yes.
called wieners.
Yes, Jacob's Own natural casing wieners.
These are good.
Yes, they're
These
delicious.
are really. I had one yesterday. as a
You
matter of
did?
it. Yeah, I did.
I brought 4 home and then
Oh,
forgot
did
to
you?
eat them for dinner last night.
They're still good.
Yes,
They're still
they
good.
are still good. Yes.
Then how do you eat them?
I was just gonna microwave them just because I only had 4 of them. If I, have the girls over or whatever, I'll just put them in some cold water, and then put them on the stove, and then heat them up. Wait till they boil for 3 minutes, and then turn it off. And
Do you ever eat them cold?
I do eat them cold. Yes.
I ate mine cold yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I see a misdone one, it's either short or it's got to bust out or something like
You
that.
get dibs?
I'll snack. Yeah, I'll snack on them, just like a beef stick.
Yeah. If I have them in the refrigerator, I will often just pull one out as a snack.
Yeah.
I'll usually dip it in some mustard as I'm eating it.
Right. Yes.
Because I do like that.
Yes.
But
They're excellent.
they are also good when you heat them up.
Yes. They're delicious.
It's very versatile
Yes.
and delicious.
Yep.
Moving right along,
Yes.
pork tenderloin.
Yes,
apparently.
we have some fresh, all-natural pork tenderloins. They're 2 packs typically. You can buy just one if you want to buy just one, but a lot of people take the 2-pack and they just stick it right in the freezer for a later date. Just to have them in the
I think
in the
we have
freezer.
a picture of the
Yeah.
packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
those
each
are
package
those
has
2
2.
packs or 2 packs. Yes. Each package has 2. They're about a pound a piece, so the 2-pack is about 2 pounds.
2 pounds. Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
But if I
Some
just
quick
want
math
one,
there.
you can do that for me.
Yes.
What if I
Yes.
wanted half?
We could sell you a
could,
half.
you could sell
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how much are they?
$4.99
$4.99
pound.
pound.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to some cheese.
Yes, some Wisconsin Munster cheese.
I had some of this yesterday.
You
too,
did?
as a matter
Okay.
of fact, and it's
because of the
delicious.
photo shoot?
Yeah, we took a photo.
Yeah, okay.
We took a photo.
Okay, well,
and we
let's-
put a little
let's-
spread together.
Yeah, it's the
and
one in the middle.
The one in the middle
That's
is the
cheese.
cheese.
Yes.
And I think you took the top one. I took the second one.
Yes, yes.
We had it with a little turkey in it,
Yeah,
and it was really, really good.
it's a great snack.
It's I would say mild, but very creamy.
Yeah.
It's good snacking cheese.
Yes.
But I understand it's also good melting cheese.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was going to bring up is what you brought up yesterday is that it's such a good melting cheese. It's good for the macaroni cheese if you want to put some different cheese in there,
yeah.
you know, instead of mozzarella or cheddar or something like that. It's delicious, very flavorful.
So maybe you could just add this to a box of mac and cheese to give it a little extra something.
Yes, right.
Make it a little creamier.
Maybe put it over the top and then have it melt.
And then get a torch and brown it.
Sure,
Or
sure.
put it in the broiler maybe.
Or just let it melt.
Chicken.
Yes,
Some kind of chicken.
we have some fresh, all-natural, boneless and skinless chicken thighs.
I
$3.99
did
pound.
not have these yesterday.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Not right out of the pan?
Not right out of the
Right after
pan.
the photo shoot? No? So these are, it's a great alternative to white meat chicken, you know, chicken breasts. Somebody just asked me today, you know, what do you do with chicken thighs? The same thing you do with chicken breast, but it's going to be, this is going to
gonna
be
be-
dark meat. So it's going to be more moist for longer.
Yeah,
They're
not
also
as
not
dry.
as thick. They also come from the roasting chickens, just like the breast do.
So they're big
But they're
thighs.
right, correct. They're about a third to a half pound a piece.
And all the work's already done. The
Right.
boneless and they're skinless.
Boneless
Just-
and skinless, yeah. Throw it in the pan. You
Go
can do
for
a stir fry. You could do, you could skewer it up, and you can put it on the grill. Some barbecue sauce.
Okay, so
They're delicious.
So this is good. Usually I will boil a breast
Yeah.
and then slice it, put it with some curry sauce, and serve it over rice. But I
Okay.
could do the same thing with a thigh.
Definitely. Yes.
Interesting. Now I have to try that.
Right. I think you should.
I have to try that.
I think you should. The last
Oh.
thing here is Jacob's own apple cinnamon breakfast links.
So good.
Yes.
So good. I like
Yes.
all the links. But
Right.
there's a maple one and there's an apple cinnamon. They're somehow my favorite. But
Yeah.
I like them all. I
Yes.
like 'em all.
Yes.
I like a little sweetness in the links.
Yeah. Yep. And they're about 16 to 18 per pound.
See, that's
Just
a
to give
lot.
you an idea.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. I could walk away with a whole pound and be very, very
You
happy.
could. And they are good cold. Just like
After cooking,
yes, yeah. So I'll take you know a dozen or two home, cook them all up
I'd
at the
never
same
thought of
time,
that.
and then put them in the refrigerator, and
have
then
'em as
just walk
snacks.
by as a snack. Yeah.
guess what I'm doing this week?
Oh,
'Cause
cooking.
I really
cooking
like
2
them.
dozen of them.
I
with
really,
that.
really like them.
Yes.
I really like them.
Yes.
And now I think we're going to go to brats
Yeah,
of the
brats
week.
of the week.
Brats
Yes.
Because I've got two
Yes,
of them.
we have 2 brats of the
One
week, just
is
like every week.
cheddar.
Yes. Jacob's own cheddar brats. Yes, the high temp cheddar.
So it's not just
a
cheddar.
regular. Right.
It's cheddar in with the brat.
Correct.
So it's a pork brat with some cheddar cheese.
Yes, exactly.
So is this like, what was the one with cheese I had?
Beer and curd,
Beer and, no, was it beer and curd?
jalapeno cheddar.
Jalapeno cheddar.
Yes.
This is the same thing, but without the jalapeno.
Correct.
It's
yes.
pork with, and today is Wednesday.
Yes.
You know what that means.
Yes.
Today is Brat
Brat
Fry
Fry, yeah.
Wednesday, where you can get brats cooked for lunch.
Yep.
And it's pork today and
Okay.
cheddar.
Oh, really? Okay.
And or cheddar.
I had not known.
So I'm going to
Yeah.
get a cheddar one today.
All right.
'cause Remember, I really like the cheese.
Well,
in
you
it.
are really branching out there, aren't
Well,
you?
yeah, the cheese finally got me.
Yes.
The cheese finally got
Yes.
me. Speaking of cheese, we have another cheese-related brat.
Yes, mac and cheese brat.
Mac
yeah,
and cheese.
$4.99 a pound.
Now,
yes.
is that with Munster cheese?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's the high temp cheddar.
High temp cheddar. So the same as the cheddar.
Yes.
But this has some pasta in it?
Yes.
How-
Yeah. Elbow macaroni.
How interesting.
Yes.
How interesting. How cool.
Yeah.
I do like mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want it every day, but it's a nice
These
comfort.
brats are
Reminds
really,
you of
really
your
good.
childhood.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah.
once in a while thing.
We were just talking about mac and cheese and with hot dogs in them or wieners in them.
Yeah. Gotta-
Yeah. We
gotta-
were just talking about that the other day. It's just kind of the same thing,
same
but
thing.
maybe like brats.
Same thing. But yeah, I'll have to try one of those.
Yeah.
Next time they're cooked for me.
Right.
Next time.
If you
they-
talk to Rena, she might be able to
I'll,
hook you up there.
I'll talk to Rena.
Yes.
I'll talk to Rena. Okay, and we're back. Thank
We
you.
are.
Thank you for the specials.
Oh, you're welcome.
And they're very special this week.
Yes.
I
Extra
especially
special.
like those breakfast links.
Yes.
And I have a new thing to do
can't-
with them. Cook them
Yeah.
and put them in the refrigerator.
You
Usually I
can't-
cook them and I
Can't keep
eat
your
them
mind
all.
off of that now, huh?
No. I have special days.
Yes.
I have special days. Tomorrow, for instance, Thursday the 19th is Juneteenth.
Right.
This is a federal holiday. Banks are closed. Schools are closed.
Schools are closed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If they were open, they'd be closed. There will be no postal delivery.
Oh, shoot.
We, however, will be open.
There is email. Email's open.
Email is open.
Yeah.
Are you going to send an email?
Yes, of course.
Oh, you rebel. This Saturday, June
What's it called?
21st. How do you say that? It's
Wagyu Day. National Wagyu Day?
Wagyu?
Oh, that would have been nice to know.
Wagyu. I just told you. This Saturday is National Wagyu Day.
Oh,
Do you have some Wagyu?
we do.
You still
Actually,
okay.
yeah.
Have some Wagyu. Is it the ribeye?
It is.
The Australian Wagyu?
Yes.
All right. So come on in. Get some of
Yes.
that so you can celebrate in style
So did
on
you just
Saturday.
ask me how to say it, and I told you how I say it,
And
and
then
now
I
you're
corrected
saying
you, yeah.
something different?
Yeah, because you're saying it wrong.
Okay.
Did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Totally planned.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
Oh, shoot, you weren't supposed to listen.
June 22nd, National Onion Rings Day.
Oh.
National Onion Rings. Do you like onion
I
rings?
love onion
I
rings,
do.
yes.
I like onion rings.
Yes.
I
Tschüss,
don't,
Dankeschön.
I don't have them very often, but when I
Right.
have them, I like them.
Yeah.
Who's speaking German?
That was my German teacher.
Oh, your German teacher?
Yeah, high school German teacher.
Tschüss.
Did you want to speak German with them?
Nein.
9?
Nein, danke. Contest. I have a contest?
Yes.
We did a contest.
We did.
I forget what we asked. Father's
Let me
Day?
see some of the
Father's Day. Let me see some of the
Memories?
answers. Father's Day memories. Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay,
what we said.
okay.
As an example, maybe you could tell us about your favorite Father's Day memories.
Sure.
What was the prize? I forget.
$15 Jacob's gift card.
$15 Jacob's
Yes,
gift card.
I think we're going to stick with that.
Okay, we'll stick with that. Well, I'll ask you every week.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
in
do
case.
that, yeah.
You never- it's Luke you're dealing with. You
Right.
never know what he's going to
You
come up
never
with.
know.
I have some comments. Kim, for instance, said, I'd be hard-pressed to come up with a favorite Father's Day memory. Too many to pick from. Dad taught me many things, but most of all, how to be a good father and husband. I hope I've measured up and have passed those traits on to my two sons, who are now married and have families. That's Kim for you.
Yeah.
That's Kim. Good
Yeah.
guy, Kim.
Yes,
Good guy.
for sure.
I'd say, yeah, Kim.
I'd say you're doing
Yeah,
a great job.
doing a
Jim.
great job, Kim.
Yes.
Lindale says, my dad has passed away. That happens.
Yes.
But we used to have favorite picnics.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I went on a picnic. But now
Me
you
either.
have daughters. Do you
Yes.
do picnics?
Not too often,
Not
but
too often.
we should do that one of these days.
Picnics are good. Unless, once we all went to the ball game, remember?
Yes.
Could you call that a picnic?
Sure. Sure. So we went on a picnic
That was
last
a,
year.
that was a fun little thing.
Yeah.
Troy.
Can you just hold on one second.
I can.
All right. Hey, Herr Pfefferly. Herr Pfefferly.
I can mute you if you like.
Herr Pfefferly. Ann Ellen says hi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's she doing?
She's watching the podcast live.
Yeah, it's not on the screen.
No.
No.
I was on the WHBY in February. They called you. They were interviewing me on the radio.
Yeah.
They called you, but you didn't answer. 'Cause
Oh.
you had your ad on. I thought I
Oh,
was gonna
okay.
get some
Okay.
smack talk.
Yes, yes. And Ellen Herr Pfefferly says hi. Cheers.
Moving along to Troy, who says, hey, Luke. I guess he's talking to
Hey,
you.
Troy.
Hey, Luke. I just had one of your steaks. They were very excellent steaks.
Of course.
Julie
You got
says,
some sirloin last week.
oh, did he?
Yes.
Do you remember these
Yes,
things?
I do.
What did I get?
Not much. Some bad service. Because I
did-
waited on you.
I did get something. And
Okay.
You did wait on me. And I made it for Father's Day, and it was
Oh.
delicious.
Oh, a hamburger patty.
No, I got a ribeye. You
Ribeye,
know I got a
okay,
ribeye. Julie says, miss you guys, miss the summer sausage and brats. I guess Julie's not in the
We missed
in the
Julie
area
as
yet.
well, yes.
John says, good morning to all the folks at Jacobs from sunny Florida. Sunny Florida. And John says, this is a great meat market. Yeah, spread the rumor.
How about that?
But
Yeah.
Spread the word.
Yes, right.
And Bob is our winner.
Okay.
Bob has won the $15 Jacobs Meat Market gift card, and Bob's comment was, looks like a huge expansion of this. It looks like a huge expansion of this is the same Jacobs Market. You have expanded.
We have, yes.
Okay, so
But I'm trying to work on not expanding so much.
are you trying to work on that? Congratulations, Bob. Come in
Yes.
within the next 3 weeks. Introduce yourself. Say, I'm Bob.
Yeah.
And we'll give you your $15 card.
Yeah,
But
so we did an expansion in 2018.
2018.
I think is what he's.
But was it this part or just the back?
Just the back,
Just
and
the
then
back.
this part that the meat block is in right now used to be a walk-in cooler.
Oh, this was a walk-in cooler.
Yes.
That explains. You posted a
two
picture
walk-in
on
coolers.
Father's Day of your father and family.
Oh, yes.
And I was trying to figure out where
that was
this
in the
taken?
store, yeah.
Because things have changed. Since
Yes.
then.
Yes, they have.
changed.
As Bob pointed out.
That explains it.
Yes.
This was a walk-in cooler. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, at one point, going way back before your time,
Yes.
this was only half the size.
Correct.
Okay, so first expansion was out that way,
Right.
and then 2018.
There
Toward
were
back.
multiple expansions. You know, they in 1958 or 60 they expanded the retail area
To the south.
Yep, and then they also expanded into the sausage kitchen area. Hi there.
Oh, okay, so that a little bit that way.
Right, right.
And then it's- at some point-
2018.
When did we get the parking lot? Do you know?
I want to say around 1960 as well.
Okay.
So they purchased the house that was back there, tore it down, built a parking lot, and they kept the garage. So that's the garage.
That's the
back
garage
there right
from the
now.
original
Yes,
house.
Yes.
And then 2018, you went a little further back.
Yes. Yes.
And that's where the cooler is now.
Correct, yeah.
And the
Yep.
freezer. And
Yeah.
a lot of room back there.
Right.
I can't
Not
imagine how you
enough,
did
though.
this
Not enough,
before
though.
having that.
Right.
So you need a little more now?
Yes.
A little more?
Yes, of course.
You said you'd like to do another contest this week.
Yes.
How does a person enter this contest to win this $15 gift card to Jacob's Meat Market?
So they can enter either in Facebook or in YouTube, wherever they're watching. You can enter any comment that you'd like below the video. It says, enter comment here. So you can enter
you want.
anything you want.
Say
Yeah,
anything you
say
like.
hello. Say I got a steak there and it was so delicious, like Troy did.
What if I don't know what to say? Can you give me like an example of what I could say?
Sure. You can say happy unbirthday, Eric.
Happy
if you'd
unbirthday.
like. Yes, yes. The topic this week, if you
Suggest a
need,
topic?
if you need a topic, is things to say in Wisconsin that will easily start a bar fight.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. The only thing I thought of, and the mayor said it too,
Yes.
was go Bears.
Yes.
But I live in Wisconsin,
Right.
at least in Appleton.
Right.
And I think you could say that without starting a bar fight. Because
Depends which
people
bar
are-
you're in
people
or
are
who's
friendly.
there.
I
Yes.
suppose it depends on whether or not there's a game playing. or
Right.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, and how they're doing.
But there are probably other things. But I think it's hard
Right.
to. Well, you tell me. You probably know more about bars.
What is that
I
supposed
think
to mean?
it would be hard to start a fight
Yeah.
without actually wanting to.
Right. Right.
You could probably say almost anything.
Right. Depends who they are.
And have a little leeway.
Right. Right.
Than if you keep going.
Correct.
But this is a fun exercise.
Yes.
Teach me what not to say.
Right.
Or what to say, depending on my
Yeah.
mood.
Yeah. Depending on if you want to start one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And one other thing that will be announced when you read your line there.
Yes.
You know
A
what I'm
programming
talking about.
note,
A
yes.
programming note
Yes.
for next week. Why don't you give it a go there?
Yes.
I
Give
think-
it a go.
Yeah, I wrote it down for you.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back again next week for another live broadcast, but it will be on Thursday, June 26th.
A Thursday?
At 10:30. Yes. Yes.
BSTV on Thursday?
So if you want, if this is your weekly routine on Wednesdays,
Yeah.
you're going to have to maybe watch.
A rerun.
Don't watch episode number 1 though.
Why
It's-
not?
Well, it's how
It
far
was-
we've
it
come.
was there.
How far we've come. Yes, yes.
It was there.
So again, next Thursday, not next Wednesday, we'll be back again with another live broadcast of BSTV. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, or better yet, come and visit us at the corner of North Law and East Pacific, where it is an open law street, and we are open.
now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, stay tuned. Where we are open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m.
This Thursday, is it a one-time thing?
It's just, yes.
We've given
Yeah,
no
so-
reason for it, but
yeah.
you're the cause.
Right.
It's
of
your
course,
fault.
Of course.
Okay.
So
As
I'll
long
be in
as-
Florida
long as we all
for
know
a
it's your
volleyball
fault.
tournament for my daughter.
Oh, I was going to
So,
say, you're
sorry.
playing volleyball?
No. No.
Okay. So
Nobody wants to
next
see that.
Thursday
Yes.
for episode 112.
Yes.
All right, I'll
Yes,
be here.
So we'll see you next
I'll be here.
Thursday, in case you're still watching.
In case you're
Have a great week.
Bye.